Okay, welcome to ICAN On Air today, the 19th day of June, 2025. We're very appreciative of God for giving us this day. Thank you so much, my professional colleagues. You're welcome to ICAN On Air again. We're happy to have you on this special edition where we'll be showcasing the first man of, you call him the first and number one chartered accountant in Africa. I can boldly say that. And today we are trying to get more information on how the Institute is faring and what this number one man would have to tell us as is colleagues. And I would say, welcome again to ICAN On Air. My name is Fumi Olani. Before I unveil the very, very distinguished guests we have on the program today, we'd like to go on a break. And when we come back, I'm going to be bringing in the special, I say special 3 times because it's indeed special in this our noble profession. After the break, we'll bring in our guest for today. Welcome again to ICAN On Air.
Canada District presents the 10th International Accountants Conference. This is a landmark anniversary edition and therefore promises to be special in every way. Theme: repositioning the accounting profession for data governance. Date: 15 to 20th July 2025. Time is 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. daily. Venue: Delta Hotels by Marriott, Toronto Airport and Conference Center, 655 Dixon Road, Toronto, Ontario, M9W1J3. Seasoned speakers and panel discussants are Wesley Ogude, CEO, Springwells Commercial Properties; Brian Tankersley, a certified public accountant in Tennessee, certified information technology professional, and chartered global management accountant; Claudette Hutchinson, CPTD, CTPD, ACCP, CAID, CAIB. An international strategist with expertise in developing programs in financial and technological innovation, digital regulation, and cross-border systems design. Last but not the least is Professor Ifeanyi Uzoka, financial economist and Canadian CPA, over 30 years extensive industry and academic experiences. For further details, please contact Mr. Blessing Familusi FCA on +1204 791 6750 or email chairman@icancanada.net. Mr. Shakiru A. Balogun FCA +234 806 760 9136. Email sabalogun@ican.org.ng. Mr. Adams Imonihe +234 806 790 8190 or email iadams@ican.org.ng or simply visit our website www.icancanada.org. This conference is the 10th anniversary special edition. See you in Toronto.
You're welcome back to ICAN On Air, and today the topic of today's edition, like you've all seen, I know is widely spread. We're just talking about ICAN at 60, powering a new era of integrity and innovation. And to do justice to the topic is no other person, the man that deserves it, the man that can speak to us as the number one chartered accountant in Africa, and I would say perhaps worldwide. Maybe I should say that because yes, he is our own. The 61st president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria. I'm calling on Dr. Our one and only Dr. Haruna Nma Yahaya, BSc, MBA, Ph.D. is a doctor, MNI, and FCA. So you're welcome to today's program, sir.
Thank you, and good evening. Happy to be with you today.
All right, sir. I would like to take this humble profile of our own guest today, our president, the 61st president of our Noble Institute. In every generation, they say a light rises, and I can see the light in Dr. Haruna Yahaya, one who dares, who leads, who leaves a mark that time cannot erase. And today we gather to celebrate him. We are talking about Dr. Haruna Nma Yahaya, who was born in February 20th, 1962, in Bida, Niger State, a town rich in heritage and resilient spirit. He was raised in an environment that prized education, discipline, and hard work. Young Mr. Aruna, or Dr. Aruna, was instilled early with values that would chart the course of his life. And he began his educational journey at Masaba Primary School, where he earned his primary school leaving certificate in 1974. His academic brilliance shone early, and he proceeded to Government Teachers College, PICO, obtaining the Grade 2 teacher certificate in 1981. He proceeded to Bayero University, Kano, where he graduated with a second class upper division in accounting, a field that would become his lifelong calling. His intellectual hunger was insatiable. A postgraduate diploma in computer science from Obafemi Awolowo University, followed in 1986, then a master's of business administration from Ahmadu Bello University in 1999. Decades later, he was crowned with academic journey with the Ph.D. in accounting from Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University in 2025, which is a proof of learning from him with a continuous journey. Beyond his degrees, Dr. Aruna has always sought wisdom from the front lines of leadership. His enrollment in the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Policies, NIPS, where he earned the prestigious title of member of the National Institute MNI, placed him in the company of Nigeria's foremost policy makers. I can go on and on about this distinguished guest that we have here, but of course, I would like to mention that he transitioned into the workforce with a mindset not just to work, but to transform. He began his career as a primary school class teacher with the Bida Local Government Education Department in 1981. And he also moved on to Kaduna, where he served as an accountant at NNDC, Northern Nigerian Development Corporation. And from there, he joined the National University Commission, NUC, and as an accountant, and also he became the deputy manager of corporate finance at New Africa Merchant Bank. Also, this band that we're talking about, he transitioned to Panel Car Foster, which is PFK Kaduna, and that marked his formal entry into professional practice. Also, by the time he rose to become the assistant general manager and financial controller at FSB International Bank, he was already viewed as an industry statesman. But of course, his highest expression of independence came in 2001 when he founded Aruna Yahaya and Co., a firm that has grown into one of the most respected indigenous audit practice in Nigeria. Also, he has portfolios with clients such as international development, so many international affiliations and companies that are of great repute. I would also want to mention, because I don't want to be sanctioned by so many, because he has so many caps that he presently wears. But of course, I would like to mention that he's been able to do a lot of publishing, which is a scholarly publishing of his work. One of which is moderating effect of board gender diversity on relationship between sustainability reporting and value of listed non-financial firms in Nigeria. I particularly mentioned that because he's a man that likes to talk about sustainability reporting. Also, he's done a lot of whistleblowing policy and corruption. Ultimately, this man that we're talking about is our own one and only Dr. Aruna Nma Yahaya, MNI, PhD, FCA. You're welcome again to ICAN On Air today, sir.
Thank you very much, and good evening, my distinguished members.
Thank you so much, sir. We know you're very busy, and you found time to be here to discuss what the institutes or your members want to hear. But thank you so much, sir, for wanting to talk about ICAN at 60, powering a new era of integrity and innovation. You know, I was at your swearing in ceremony, and it was quite I felt good listening to a lot of the things that you have as your agenda for your financial for your tenure. And like they would always say, when they say embrace the beauty of 60, where the wisdom of age meets the spirit of youth. Sir, we would like to know, as your members, there are a lot of people across the globe that want to listen to you today. How do you feel as the 61st president of ICAN and as the ICAN president at its 60th anniversary of its establishment, sir?
Thank you. And once again, good evening, my distinguished members. I felt humble and gratifying to Almighty Allah for sparing our life to witness this uh, position. It is a long journey. I joined the council since 2011, and all these years we've been growing in the council. And my first encounter with the council affair was when I first served in the 40th year anniversary. So since then, I've been participating in the activities of the institute because of my passion. It is not that I didn't know that I'll become the president of the institute at this time of the in my life, but as Providence will have it, we are here today, and I felt humble and gratifying and sense of satisfaction that I've reached the pinnacle of my profession, and being the 61st president of the institute, I know that it is a clarion call to service, and we are dedicated to ensure that we take the institute to the next level. So I believe God time is the best. This is the time that God has destined that we'll be saddled with the responsibility of leading the institute in this time of our life. So I thank him for that, and I thank the members and the council for giving me that support and opportunity to serve at this capacity.
Thank you so much, sir. I mean, I listened to your humble thank you message, and that was really fulfilling. Thank you so much, sir. You know, your professional members, even the students and other viewers across the globe, they're keenly watching, and they would appreciate if you can take this opportunity to share with us or run us through those 10 points strategy that you mentioned during your swearing in ceremony, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. As you are aware, every president will come with a strategic focus because in every endeavor, you have to plan and be prepared. If you are not prepared to lead, you may not be able to come up with the strategic focus that you want to achieve. We are not reinventing the wheel. The Institute is a going concern. There are certain activities or endeavor that the Institute undertake that is sacrosanct. Every president must key into it. But for you to have a legacy project, you have to come up with your own strategic agenda. And for this presidential year, we came up with the 10-point strategic agenda, which is all embedded in the theme for the year, which is ICAN at 60, powering a new era of integrity and innovation. Let me explain that a bit. We know where we're coming from. It's often said that whoever forgets his history forfeits his future. We know that our founding fathers have laid a solid foundation for us, and it is based, anchored on integrity. And that's why we have the integrity in our theme for the year. We are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the Institute. Throughout the activities we'll do this year, we'll carry that logo of 60th anniversary. And for us to be future looking and to produce a future relevant accountant, we have to be innovative. And that's why we have integrity and innovative. So if the innovation is the forward looking, the integrity is looking at the history where we're coming from. So to be innovative, we have this 10-point agenda that we want to address. And that has to do with, one, digitalization of our exam process. We need to ensure that our exam is digitalized. The second, because of time, I'll just list them, and as we go, I'll be able to explain a bit. The second one is revitalizing ICAN brand. We know we are very strong, but if you don't blow your trumpet, nobody will blow it for you because they are all busy blowing theirs. The third one is engaging and retaining Gen Zs. We know that the population of Nigeria, about 50 to 60% are Gen Zs, and then we need to engage them and retain them in the profession, and also to have the institute as their first choice of becoming a professional accountant. The fourth is enhancing members' employability. Every year we induct members, inductions, at least minimum of 1,000, 1,500. So we have to enhance their employability by giving them relevant skills that will make them sorted after in the labor market, in the area of AI, ESG, forensic, and so on like that. The fifth one is empowering our small and medium-sized practitioners. We know that the big four are busy catering for the multinationals and other big companies. But the engine of any economy is the SMEs. So it is the SMPs that provide services to this sector of the economy. So we have to ensure that they are empowered we elevate them to render quality service to the client. So we want to establish SMP Academy this presidential year, where our license holders, when you come for renewal, you'll be asked to go through this academy. Or new applicants will also go through intensive training of how the practice rudiments in this academy. The number 6 is deepening global certification and recognition pathways. We know that the institute is going to be globalized by our members going to other countries. In the recent parlance, we call it Japan. So if they take our certificate should follow them to be relevant in whatever country they find themselves. So we need to globalize our certification pathway. The number 7 is institutionalizing the thought leadership and policy advocacy. We don't want to be a silent observer in the economic ecosystem. Whatever is happening, both locally and internationally, ICAN should be able to lend its voice and speak louder so that the policymakers will hear us through our good advice, implementable strategies and recommendations that will improve the economy of the nation and also globalize our thought leadership position. Number 8 is to strengthen internal capacity, because institutions are made by people. So, and for us to give, you can't give what you don't have. We want to enhance the quality of our service, so we also need to train ourselves. And here we have 2 segments of people that will be trained, the council and the staff. So we will institutionalize that capacity building. Even the last week retreat we have for council, we invited 2 faculties to come and speak to us on leadership and also time management. These are part of lectures or training that we will receive that will enhance our quality service delivery. Number 9 is building pillar of for national regulation and anti-corruption. We want to partner with the anti-corruption agencies to ensure that together we join hands to fight corruption, because everybody knows corruption is the bane of the problem of this country. And trust is the currency of any economy. And chartered accountants are the custodian of this currency, which is trust. So we want to collaborate with the anti-corruption agencies in terms of providing our expertise, services, training, collaborations, forensic audit, and so on like that. So it's going to be a very robust collaborative move between ICAN and anti-corruption agencies. We will establish an anti-corruption desk where people can report our members, or even public, whatever you can report, we'll take it up and collaborate with the anti-corruption agencies to ensure recovery where necessary, or perpetrator will be brought to book. The last one, which is celebrating ICAN at 60, which is a very major event for the year. Because of that, Council has approved a standing committee that will oversee that event. And it is not only a council committee, it is a joint committee of council and representative of body of past president. Just like we did during Akintola Memorial Lecture, where we have joint committee, we will work together with our founding father, because you cannot celebrate your past without hearing the story from your founding fathers, those people who saw it, who started it. I know most of them are no more with us, but we still have people that see or saw or interacted with them, and they'll be able to share the idea with us, and then we will now project it to our younger generation, so that together we will build a future relevant institute and respected, preferred ICAN for that. Because we are the children of our founding fathers. And also, we are the fathers of next generation of chartered accountants. So we have to understand our history before we now chart a pathway for future. And that's why we are celebrating this year in a grand style. On the 1st of September, there will be international lecture, and all the district society will be encouraged to organize a lecture on that day, and other activities will follow that will culminate at the annual accountant conference. So these are the summary of the 10-point agenda that we want to pursue this presidential year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my presidents. Thank you for letting us into the plan for the year. And I listened with rapt attention, and I also see some of our audience sending their remarks concerning the agenda. I just wanted to bring it to the notice of everyone that it is not a year as we would have it. It is the presidential year that marks ICAN's Diamond Jubilee, and it will serve as a year for redefining a lot of bridges, redefining a lot of legacies of our past fathers. So thank you so much, my president, for letting us into that dream that will definitely come true. I would like to read some of the comments from our audience today. Fagbola, thank you so much for streaming in from Ibadan. Ismail, he said it's good to be here again, and everyone is acknowledging our presidents on the program today. And Fagbola also mentioned, it says, on behalf of the dynamic and good people of Oluyole and District Society of ICAN, we warmly welcome our newest president, Dr. Haruna Nma Yahaya, FCA, to ICAN on Air today. We wish you an impactful presidential year, sir. That is the message from ICAN on Air also, to say we wish you a successful tenure. Then I also see a message from Amo Be Gold, Surudin Oladainde. He says he's streaming in from Kaduna. And I see Ogunkoya. Thank you, Mr. President. Also, Sede Ola, he says, good evening, Mr. President, Madam and others. Mr. Olushe Yolanrewaju, our own mass attack, he said, congratulations, Mr. President. Shokumbi Babatunde, we welcome the 61st ICAN president in person of Dr. Haruna Yahaya, FCA, Ph.D. And Bawa Rashidi is also joining from Benin Kebbi. So many people are saying congratulations to you. Olushola Jawo Olowokere says, good evening all. Kudos to ICAN on Air for hosting our president to speak to us. And he's streaming from Ajao Estate. So many messages. Of course, we would attend to a lot of them. But Fagbara mentioned something. He said, "What are the agendas?" Don't worry, we'll get there. Gen Zs are here, and I can attest to the fact that because of what the president has done, you have some of his children as chartered accountants, which is the best legacy that you can leave behind for anyone. So, Mr. President, we acknowledge you, and I say, well done, kudos to you. We'll support you in every way. And the other question that I have for you, I know you have given us those extensive strategy that you would want to itemize, or you would want it to be actualized during your tenure. And this actually aligns with ICAN's long-term mission. It aligns with the values and also the evolving roles within the national, continental, and global accountancy landscape. But I want to ask that now, to what extent does this 10-point agenda, how can we say it will align with the mission, as much as we've listened to you and you have mentioned a lot of great things that that the institute is currently doing, but of course we need to expand on it. How can this 10-point agenda, how can it align with the overall mission of the institute, sir?
Thank you very much. Well, like I said, we are not reinventing the wheel. We are only greasing the oil of the wheel so that it can move faster. You know, the mission of the institute is to produce a world-class accountant, world-class chartered accountant. So if you look at this, it is fitting in to address all this mission and vision of the institute, especially also to uphold the public interest. So it reinforces our values of integrity, accuracy, accountability, and professionalism. Nationally, it aligns with the call for good governance and economic diversification. That's the policy aspect we talk about. Regionally, it complements PAFA-APWA agenda of stronger Africa accountancy institution. Globally, it speaks to IFAC vision of future-ready professionals. So that one that embraces digital innovations, ethics, sustainability, and inclusive growth. So if you look at the 10-point agenda, it fits into all these aspects that we will ensure that the institute becomes stronger, more robust, more efficient, and preferred and respected in the committee of professional bodies globally. So we strategically look at it. It is derived from the mission, why the institute was created, vision, what do we want to be, how do we want to reach their strategy. So this 10-point agenda is reinforcing the position of our founding fathers, the mission of the institute, and it all align with the global and international best practice.
Thank you so much, sir. You know, while you were talking, a lot of other comments came in, and Uja Promise mentioned something. He said, ICAN on air, repositioning ICAN for greater height. What you have said now, a lot of our members wouldn't have been opportune to listen to you, but this has created an avenue for everyone to know the strategy of Mr. President. And I want to say again, thank you so much for letting us into this great, robust, I would say, quite elaborate strategy. But sir, I have a follow-up question on based on your just your current answer. I know that you have this robust strategy and it is ambitious, but of course, we've listened to you and we know it's very achievable. What kind of team do you have in place already, or do you intend to have in place in order to successfully and perhaps glamorously achieve this objective, sir?
Thank you very much. You know that great visions require great team. Without team, nobody can do it alone. I can do it alone. Council can do it alone. Committee can do it alone. Staff can do it alone. So we need synergy of all the efforts to ensure that we deliver best quality service to our stakeholders. And this 10-point agenda address all the stakeholders, from students to members to government to public to international community. So we ensure that the team consisting of council, which I know I have full support of the council because this agenda has been approved by the council. The staff, they are doing their retreat today. I just finished addressing them on the same matter to get their buy-in so that together we can go. What I told them that it's a moving bus. Now at the bus stop, about to take off, you either join us or we leave you at the bus stop. So the team is made of this expertise, and also the youth voice will be heard. The diaspora will partner with diaspora, our members outside the shore of this country, and also collaborate with global PAOs that we will be able to deliver presidential. We have what we call presidential delivery units to track the performance of all these key strategic objectives so that we monitor our performance in all the areas. And again, if you look at this agenda, one of them is strengthening internal capacity. And like I explained earlier, internal capacity has to do with people that are charged with responsibility of rendering service to our stakeholders, from automation to response time to courtesy to how even our members serve their clients is all part of this agenda. So we will have our internal capacity building. We'll train ourselves right from the council to staff to ensure that we have a formidable team that will deliver this agenda so that together at the end of at the end of presidential year, we'll be able to beat our chest that yes, we've achieved. And our target is to score 100 over 100 in all the 10 points. Anything less than that is not acceptable.
I love that confidence. Thank you so much, sir. 100 over 100. It has to be 100%. And we know we can achieve it as an institute. Thank you so much, sir. I see a comment from Mana Koan. It was projected just now. But of course, she says, good evening, Mr. President, and ICAN on Air. Congratulations to our 61st president. Great move towards moving the institute forward. That's great. Thank you so much, my great queen. Then David Uday, he says, big congratulations. This is wishing you a very memorable presidential year as you stir the ship of the institute. Uche Lucy Onyekwelu, IPC, Agbani and District Society. And I also see Abdul Gabal. He says, congratulations, sir. Wishing you a successful tenure in office. Thank you very, very much. There are a lot of questions here, but of course, we'll get right to it as soon as possible. If you're just joining us, it's ICAN on Air. And today we are discussing ICAN at 60, powering a new era of integrity and innovation. No other person here in the studio with us than our 61st president of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, in person of Dr. I would also say Mallam Haruna Nma Yahaya, MNI FCA. So, sir, I see a question here from our colleague, Kunle Ogumbamowo. He says, are there plans to do anything differently during your presidential year? And if yes, what is that singular, most significant thing that you will do differently? Of course, this is from from Kunle Ogumbamowo.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kunle.
Is reiterating the facts.
Yes, like I said, we are not reinventing the wheel, but we want to grease the wheel so that it can move faster and move more efficiently. So all these 10-point agenda are what we'll do differently to ensure that ICAN become what it ought to be in the global community of PAOs, professional accountancy organizations, locally respected voice in terms of economic ecosystem in Nigeria and globally within the region and internationally. So all these items that we enumerated are new things that we want to do to enhance the efficiency of our service delivery. Our objective is to prepare world-class chartered accountant that will be future ready to fit into any economy worldwide, starting with our certification process, that is our examination. We will digitalize it because no workplace that doesn't use computer now. So if the demand of workplace is digital, why should examination process that produce those chartered accountant be manual? You see the mismatch. So we want to bridge that gap to ensure that even the testing, the certification process is digitalized so that when they come out as a chartered accountant, they will fit into any labor market, any job organization, and deliver quality service. If you look at the voice to become voice of the to project the image rebranding, what we want to do newly is to go all work into social media platform with caution. It's not that we'll be posting the junks, but we ensure that we reach out to everybody. You open your system, you see ICAN. You sleep, you see ICAN. Then Gen Zs, we know that they've been a bit neglected over the years. We want to bring them back to the institute, bring them back to the profession, because most of the insecurity we are facing, insecurity challenges we are facing in Nigeria is partially due to neglect of Gen Zs. That's why you have Yahoo boys, you have all sorts of crimes. But if we engage and retain them to become a professional chartered accountant, you see that the economy will be better for it and the nation will be better for it. We are also saying that, yes, we produce chartered accountant. Is the local market enough to absorb them? No. We want to export them. You see what Chinese and Indians are doing. They will come here, render their service, because if you go to any big city now, you even have Chinese market. If you go to Ghana here, you cannot see Nigerian market. So we want to export these talents so that they will become our ambassadors in most of these countries, and it will afford Nigeria to earn foreign exchange because they will remit, however little, back home. So these are the things that we want to do, new things that we want to do this presidential year. I know it's tasking because each has its KPIs. We have each committee that is assigned to some of this agenda, and also departments that are responsible for it. And like I said, we have a desk called Presidential Monitoring Unit that will monitor all this agenda, and Presidential Delivery Unit, PDU, will monitor the performance, key performance of each department as it relates to this strategic agenda, committees as it relates to this strategic agenda, and we will continuously improve in our KPI because we have smart analysis for each of these. Time will not allow us to go into nitty-gritty of it. This is just to give general overview of what we want to do this presidential year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Before you answer that question, there was a question I saw Fagbola Temitope when he mentioned they are the pipeline for the fast laners, the Gen Z chartered accountant in the presidential year. But you have definitely answered it. And in your strategy, I saw when you had Z certified, like Z certified, the Gen Z, and that's quite brilliant. Bringing them into the picture will bring about a lot of success during your tenure. Thank you so much, sir. I see so many people commenting and saying congratulations. They wish you well. Then Olushino Shokumbi, he says, "My president, you have our back and full support as the as you steer the ship of the leadership on this presidential year. May your tenure be successful. Thank you so much for that comment, every one of you. We appreciate, and our president is definitely appreciative of this message. Mr. President, sir, beyond the establishment of the ICAN anti-corruption decks, the MOUs that you have planned with EFCC, ICPC, even FRC, what are the specific and, should I say, practical steps that ICAN will take to support this anti-corruption, the drive, the effort, and how does ICAN even intend to ensure the independence and effectiveness of this anti-graft initiative that you have, sir?
Thank you very much. Uh, you are dragging me into the details. Just like a swimmer, you come first, you dip in your leg, they say, okay, come in again, until you enter and you swim fully. Yes, so to answer that, we have quite a number of things that we want to do in this regard. One, launching certified forensic audit and ethics training for law enforcement officers. We will collaborate with them so that we will train some of their officers, because they also need to know what it all takes to be law enforcement in this area of anti-corruption. We would also like to piloting an ICAN integrity ambassador network across district societies. We will encourage our members to ensure that in your workplace you represent the institute, and if you see anything, you say it. If you see it, you say it. We will have the protection of whistleblowing. We already have it in the institute. We will reinforce it so that if you report any fraudulent activity, you'll be protected, and institute will take it up with law enforcement agencies, ensure that perpetrators are brought to book, and if it requires recovery of looted funds, we will encourage and participate with them to recover it. We are not a law enforcement agency anyway, we have to get that clear, but we will collaborate with them. Another area is co-hosting Nigeria inaugural National Compliance and Audit Anti-Corruption Forum. Even yesterday, we received a request from one of the anti-corruption agency to nominate our member to participate in one committee that will bring Nigeria out of financial crime globally. So we are going to contribute our expertise to ensure that Nigeria is regarded as safe haven, not the one that will say is fantastically corrupt, is embarrassing. So we want to remove that toga from us. And like I said, trust is the currency of any economy, and chartered accountant is the custodian of that trust. So we should be able to exhibit it and support the agencies, support the government of the day in fighting anti-corruption. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. You see, it's doable. Thank you for letting us know and for allaying the fears of our members. I also have Omo Mia San saying, I believe and have trust in our 61st president. He is the right match for the Institute at this moment. Congratulations, sir. You see, a lot of great comments. Ini Eso, he says, congratulations, sir. Great move if all are implemented. I pray for the 100% in all the 10-point agenda as planned by the president. Thank you. That's the IPC ICAN Lagos Mainland District Society. Then God's General, he said, congratulations, Mr. President. May your tenure be a successful, impactful, and progressive one. Matter watching from Kefi, Nasarawa State. Thank you so much, all our viewers. We appreciate this. And we still have our presidents with us. If you have questions, feel free to send your questions for Mr. President to answer all of your questions. President, in all this agenda that you have listed, I know we are mortal beings and we generally see challenges as part of life and nature. But, some of these challenges will shape us and they'll bring out the best in us. What are the likely challenges that you foresee on the path to achieving your 10-point strategy? And how do you, even with your team, the team that you said, yes, the presidential delivery units or team, how do they intend to confront or even mitigate or completely eliminate these challenges that you may foresee?
Thank you. There could be numerous challenges, but let me just address three because of time. One is resistance to change. We are all mortal. We resist change, but it's for our own good. So I am soliciting for support of all the members that will have one thing or the other to do in achieving these objectives. Even if you don't have, we require your support, because if we are misstepping, you should be able to tell us that, hey, this is what you say you do, and the way you're doing it, you should do it this way, and so on like that. So, because nobody has monopoly of wisdom, we will rely on your advice, because we don't want people to resist change because it's a challenge. So we are going to address that through internal capacity building, which we've explained, change management, and stakeholders engagement. We'll continue to engage our members. I'll be coming up to this ICAN on the air to bring our scorecard on what we've done or what we have not done, and soliciting members not to resist change. The second challenge is funding constraint. You know, even at the last AGM, the institute numbers is not encouraging. So all these activities require funding. Particularly, let me make an example of one of the items of the strategic agenda. E-exam initially is going to be costly. So we are looking towards other sources of funding. We are diversifying the revenue stream and launching other services, looking for partners, sponsors, and so on like that, both local and international, to ensure that at least we have correct architecture that will enable us digitalize our examination process, because it's going to be a great paradigm shift that require a lot of funding. So we cannot task our members alone. After all, even the subscription that we wanted to increase was jettisoned by members. So, but that does not mean we will not do what we need to do for the institute, because if we are doing well, even if we don't ask members to increase the subscription, members will be clamoring that, oh, it's good to increase the subscription now, because let our service speak for us so that there will be justification for that. But we are not waiting for that. We will look for other avenues, apart from, in addition to cost-saving measures that we put in place to ensure that the available resources are judiciously utilized, and we will account for every kobo that comes into the institute. To start with, this year, all previous years, the investiture is being funded 100% by the institute, but this year, we make sure that it is self-financing. And glory be to God, we're thinking that, oh, how can we do it? But through my friends, my contacts, some of my associates, clients, they rally around, and were able to raise substantial amount of money over and above what we budgeted for the investiture. And the balance, I say we cannot waste it. We'll also invest it in legacy projects that will outlive my presidential year and other years to come. So we are looking for different ways to mitigate this funding constraint. Lastly is digital adoption gap. Most of us are old school. We are trying to cater for Gen Zs. So there's that expectation gap, adoption gap, that we too need to retool. So it requires us to go back to school and relearn, unlearn, and discard old school and embrace new school so that we'll be relevant and be able to get the buy-in of Gen Zs. So these are some of the three major challenges we foresee, and these are the mitigation factors, mitigants that we put in place to ensure that these challenges will not deter us from achieving our objective. We know where we are going, we are focused, and we pursue it with every sense of responsibility. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. President. I mean, that's really nice to know. I have comments from Isaac Supremo Jedidiah. He says, PMU and PDU is a worthwhile initiative of the president. I have always subscribed to this school of thought before now. Congratulations to the 61st ICAN president. You see, you are in the right direction, Mr. President. So we are following you. And I also see Patrick Akamioko. It says, congratulations, Mr. President. Given your disposition of cool, calm, and calculative, I honestly believe you can deliver beyond expectation. You have our full support at Lekki and District Society. Yes, I can attest to that. Thank you very much, Mr. Patrick. Also, I see Ifeanyi saying congratulations to you. And I also see Fagbalate Bitokwe says, we are marching forward on this journey together, Mr. President. We are solidly behind you, like the rock of Gibraltar. That's interesting. Thank you very much, Pastor Fagbalate Bitokwe. All right, Mr. President, as much as I would encourage our members to still send in questions, there are some questions that I really would want to ask, especially when you project yourself as the number one chartered accountant in Africa. You know, assuming you have President Bola Ahmed Tinubu invite you to briefly speak to a joint session of the executive, the legislature, or even the judiciary on ICAN at 60 and what Nigerians should expect going forward. Please, what would you put in your presentation? Just tell us in brief, sir.
Thank you, and we look forward to opportunity to have face-to-face with President Tinubu so that we can showcase the institutes. The first thing I'll tell you is that ICAN at 60 is a national asset because, well, he's an accountant. We need to highlight our role in nation building, accountability, and public interest mandates. So ICAN as an institute is 60 today, and it is a national asset that need to be treasured, just like other national assets will be protected. So ICAN is a national asset that I will tell Mr. President to treasure. If possible, declare ICAN Day as a public holiday. Also, I'll tell him that the urgency of ethical governance, offering co-create framework for stronger financial oversight. Our role is to ensure proper accountability, probity, and transparency. So I'll tell him that the government of the day need to collaborate with the institute to achieve that. Also, I'll tell him about youth empowerment, which is showcasing our Gen Z strategy so that he can key into it, because I know we have Ministry of Youth Development, so that they will key into it and engage our Gen Zs. That will solve over 60% of these security challenges we have in this country. If our youth are gainfully and meaningfully engaged, they will be out of streets, they will be out of drug, they will be out of kidnapping and so on like that. So I'll tell him how the ICAN want to empower our youth, that the federal government should key into it. Also, I'll tell him about partnership with the institute, all the loans, the financial management, the budgets, the short-term framework, all need to be vetted or they have to involve a chartered accountant in all these processes if they really want to achieve desired objective. These are some of the things that I'll tell him. I know his span of attention is very short, so I'll make the discussion very short, not too lengthy, so that I don't lose his attention. Thank you.
Thank you. That was very, very funny, and I really align with that. I see a message from Olushola Jawolo Kere. It says, "Mr. President, sir, my question is on the ICAN bill before the National Assembly. Is there any plan in this presidential year to make sure that the bill is passed?"
Yes, like I said, we are not reinventing wheel. These are some of the legacy projects that we will continue to pursue. But I'm part of the delegation that has been going to National Assembly. I know the challenge we have. If we have agreed with some of their recommendations, the bill will have been passed since more than a year ago. But because we believe that their recommendation is not in the interest of our members, and that's why we keep arguing with them, giving them reasons where they will see with us what we propose in the bill. That we are getting their attention now, and there's also another exit route through other legislative bill that has been passed through this tax reform bill, because we are speaking to our members. The only thing that has been delaying it is that they want us to remove taxation, and we are saying no. Taxation is part and parcel of our profession, so we should be allowed to practice tax. So that is what is holding it. But now that we have a tax reform bill, which has allowed anybody, any profession to practice tax, it's not more exclusive for one professional body, our demand will now be an easy ride. That's what I want to say about that.
Thank you so much, sir. I see Gafal Akoni. He said, "Great initiative, Mr. President. I wish you well in steering the affairs of the Institute." David Nuhu, he says, from Mina and District Society, he said, "My President, you have a wonderful initiative, and with God, it is doable. Your integrity and reputation will definitely speak for you." You see, these are people that know you deeply, and they've attested to your integrity and the reputation that our president has over the years. Folawiyo Agboke, so it's just trying to check about the Nigerian Accountant magazine. However, Mr. President, I have just few minutes before the end of the program, and they're quite, it's quite important for me to understand, because you're human, right? You have that 10-point agenda, and a lot will be demanded from you, your time, and even your family, and you might even be forced to redefine or redesign or recalibrate your lifestyle. How do you intend to have a balanced lifestyle, when I talk about professional, social, economic, even spiritual life, during your tenure as the 61st president? How, sir?
Well, it's easy if you know your management style. I'm a student of management. Professionally, you delegate. You can't do it alone. Even council cannot do it alone. And the structure in place does not even require president to do it alone. We have council, we have committees, we have management. So you delegate. So if you delegate and empower teams, you'll be focused and monitor the performance. Socially, I remain anchored in community and fellowship. I will not start doing what I've not been doing before now. It is not now that I'll start doing late nights. I sleep early and I sleep well. Even now, if I lie down in the next 10 minutes, I'll sleep. Economically, I practice financial discipline. I cannot spend more than what I earn. And thank God my firm is doing well. I'm not going to start doing things that, because I'm president of ICAN now, and start doing things that will be a financial burden for me, not at this age. Spiritually, yes, everybody I believe in God, and I believe in day of reckoning, that whatever we're doing now, there's a day we'll account for it. As accountant, you account for yourself. There is a this that Prophet said, search yourself, account for yourself before you have been asked to account. Every day you lie down, ask yourself, what goods have I done today? What bad have I done today? How do you correct the bad tomorrow? How do you enhance the good you did today, tomorrow? So with that, you see that your good deeds will continue to increase and your bad deeds will continue to reduce. With that, spiritually, you'll be uplifted, you have peace of mind, you have peace with people, because why should you keep grudge of anybody? Whatever they have is given to them by God, not by you. You can't deny it. You can't take it from them. You can't add it to your own. They can't take your own. You can't. So everybody is entitled to what God gives in. God has planned for everybody. God planned that today I will be on this seat as 61st president of this great institute. So I have to be thankful and grateful to God and make sure that I don't use this position to do what will displease Him. If I do that, I'm ungrateful and I'll face the consequence. So spiritually, you have to balance your life. Thank you. For me, you're muted. We're not hearing you.
Apologies. I said, oh yeah, apologies. I said that came from the depth of your heart. So yes, we appreciate that message, and it goes well to everyone to be true to themselves. So as we coast home, because it's 1 hour already, it feels like 30 minutes or 10 minutes. But as we close, ICAN is open to ideas that can shape the institute, and we are also open to global business environment. So I want you, is like talking to the Pope himself. How best can we support you as the president of ICAN, and you're the 61st as it were? How can we support you in this journey through the golden anniversary of the establishment of ICAN and any other means? How can we as your members support you, sir?
Okay, I'll just ask simple three support. One, engage. Members should attend webinars, contribute to their district society, enroll in certification process of faculties, be active in all ICAN affairs. ICAN, you are where you are because of this certificate issued to you by ICAN. So you must carry ICAN in whatever you do, engage. Even at your family, both private and public life, let's see ICAN in you. And what is that? Sense of integrity and accountability, honesty, transparency, and so that is what ICAN stands for. Accuracy. You see, that our motto that our founding fathers gave us. It's not for anything, it's for good. And it resonates at every stage of somebody's life. Integrity and accuracy, if you can imbibe that too, that everything you do in life, you must act in accordance, in an integrity manner, and you be accurate. Believe you me, you'll be the best person in any society. So we should engage. Secondly, let's amplify. Share ICAN success stories, join ICAN influencer network. Let's not be complaining, oh, ICAN is this, ICAN is bad. You should amplify our good stories to everybody, even non-members. Let them appreciate what ICAN is doing. With that, you'll be able to bring them into the ICAN fold. And lastly, advocates. Champions ICAN's relevance in your workplace, community, and government relationship. So with that, our members will give us full support, and that will enable us deliver quality service to our members, because we are here to serve you, and to serve you better, we need your support. Give us your advice wherever we are misstepping in our service delivery. Thank you.
Thank you so much, our 61st president of our Noble Institute. We appreciate the 1 hour that you spent with us in discussing ICAN at 60, powering a new era of integrity and innovation. Thank you so much, sir. We had a good time with you, and I still see a lot of comments, but of course let the comments go on, and we'll also celebrate our presidents during the diamond anniversary. At this juncture, I would like to say thank you so much, Mr. President. We wish you and a great leadership of this institute to the greater height, and we know that your commitment to upholding the integrity and standard of this accounting profession will be commendable. And indeed, we have received a lot of messages from people talking about your excellence, talking about the innovation that you have in mind. And we are confident that under your guidance, ICAN will continue to thrive and will make significant contributions to the nation's economic development. Thank you so much, Mr. President, for being here on ICAN on Air with us.
Thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful good night. Members, bye. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much to our audience, to everyone that joined the program today. You know that we had an exciting time with Mr. President today, and you can continue to share this very great news that you heard on the program today to everyone that cares to know. And to all my professional colleagues, I want to say thank you once again for joining the program. To the people behind the scenes, the team of ICAN On Air, kudos to you. Thank you very much for putting in so much effort to make this an incredible program where people learn, where we educate people, and a lot of things come to bear. And also, please remember to bring in your adverts for us to showcase on this program, because of course, we want everyone to know about your business. We have that large viewership to move your business forward. Thank you once again, everyone. My name remains Fumi Olani, and we hope that you join us on the next episode of ICAN On Air. Do have yourself a great and restful evening.